Welcome back, third graders. We're going to do a little bit more with reading and writing numbers today. We're going to focus on this vocabulary phrase here, standard form. And if you remember, yesterday, or maybe even Monday, I don't remember which day it was, I showed you this poster of different ways to write numbers, right? Here's standard form, which is what it said right here in this vocabulary box. That's just the regular way we're used to writing a number. Remember, there's still the word form. There's the expanded form, and we really learned a couple different ways to write that, right? We could say 300, or I could say 3, and then the word hundreds. Remember those two different ways. 40 and 6, or I could write 4 tens and 6 ones. So I'll add that to this list. And then we have our place value drawings. Sometimes those are called base 10 drawings. You might have recognized that phrase from some of the online testing that we do. So we're going to review a little bit writing some numbers, and we're going to do some word problems, and it's going to really stretch your thinking today, okay? And you're going to need your whiteboard so that we can do some drawing together. You're not going to have enough space on the back of this page. So we're not going to do everything on page 191, right? Right next to it is the Puzzled Penguin page. This is page 191. We're going to do part of this page, and we're going to focus on the word problems on the next page, all right? But let's just review a little bit of this. It's asking us to write the number for the words. So we're looking at just the standard form of the number. So we're going to just kind of jump around. Let's look at number 3. It says 991. 991. Maybe you've got your secret code cards and you want to build your number. 991 would look like this. 991. I have 9 hundreds, 9 tens, and 1 1. Let's look at number 6. 609. Maybe we want to draw our place value spots there. Okay, 600. Well, this is my ones, this is my tens, my hundreds, and my thousands. I don't have any thousands, so I don't need to put anything in there. When it's at the very beginning, I don't need to hold that place, right? Only when it's between other numbers. So I have 6 hundreds, and I have 9. That would be 9 ones. How many tens do I have? I don't have any, but I have to hold that place to show that I don't have any. So 609, 609. Let's look at number 8. 5,030. Let's draw our 4 spots for our place value. 5,000. Well, I know this is my thousands place, and I have 5 of those. Do I have any hundreds? I don't. Do I have, it says 30. 30 is the same as 3 tens, right? So I'm going to put 3 in the tens place. I don't have any hundreds. I don't have any ones. So that's what 5,030 looks like. Okay, now we're going to write just one of these where we're going to write the word name. So we're going to spell out the word. We're going to do number 11. It's 783. Okay, and I'm going to actually write it on 2 lines because I don't know if I'm going to have enough space. So I'm going to write 7 and the word hundred. 783. 80 is a tricky one to write. 80. Remember that hyphen, that dash that goes between the tens and the ones, always. 783. Okay, 8 is a tricky word to spell. Now we're going to pop down here and write some of these in expanded form. And remember yesterday or the day before we had homework where I showed you can write it 2 different ways for expanded form. So let's look at number 15. We're just going to do one of them today. 314. So I can stretch it out and say there are 3 hundreds. Okay, there's 1 10, and there's 4 ones. You could also write 3 hundreds plus 1 10 plus 4 ones, right? You're still showing them by the hundreds, the tens, and the ones, just in a couple of different ways, right? Now for 19 and 20, that's just asking us to write the number in standard form. That's what was up in our vocabulary box, right? If you look right up in the corner of your paper with the beaver, it says standard form. You know from our poster the other day, standard form is the way you're just used to writing a number. So if we have 5 thousands, 8 tens, and 7 ones, we have to make sure we put that in the right order. So I'm going to draw my 4 place value spots. Okay, I have 5 thousands. I know that's this spot right here. You can always label them if you don't remember. I have 8 tens and I have 7 ones. Something's missing. I need to hold that place with the 0 when it's in between other numbers. Okay, if it's at the very beginning, I don't have to do it. But when it's in between other numbers, we need to show that we don't have any. Okay, and then here are 6 thousands plus 4 hundreds plus 5 ones. Here are my 6 thousands, my 4 hundreds, my 5 ones. Again, I don't have any tens, but I have to show that with the number 0. Okay, the value is nothing, but I need to show that. All right, so we kind of popped around. This was a review of what we've done the last few days. Now we're going to take what we know and we're going to work on some word problems. Some of these are really tricky, so you have to really be thinking. That's why I want you to have your whiteboard with you, because you're going to need to do some drawing. You know that word problems require the deal, right? Draw, equation, answer, and your label. But we're going to draw them using those place value drawings today, or the base 10 drawings, right? It means the same thing, showing them in pictures using ones, tens, hundreds, and thousands. So let's look at number 21, and we're on page 192. Remember, you can always pause, right, to catch up. It says to use a place value drawing to help you solve each problem and label your answers. So we're going to do most of them on this page. Number 21, it says Scott baked a batch of rolls. He gave a bag of 10 rolls to each of 7 friends. He kept 1 roll for himself. How many rolls did he bake in all? So remember, good mathematician will bracket their question and underline the label. What are we looking for? How many rolls, right? Not bags, not batches, but how many rolls altogether did he bake? Okay, so if Scott baked a batch of rolls, okay, a batch is just a big amount, right? A lot of them. He gave a bag of 10 to each of his 7 friends. Okay, so if he's got 7 friends, I'm going to draw 7 circles. I'm going to have room to do this over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's his 7 friends. Each of them, right, got a bag that had 10 rolls. So there's 10 in every bag. And it says he kept 1 roll for himself. Well, how do I draw 1 roll for himself? Can I do a drawing like this? I really can't, can I? So I'm going to cross that off because I don't know how to show that he got 1 roll, because I don't want to draw another circle, because that would be 8 groups. So that wouldn't make sense. So if Scott gave 10 rolls to 7 friends, here's a group of 10. Here's a group of 10. 3, 4, 5 friends, 6 friends, 7 friends, And if he kept a roll for himself, here's one roll. Here are groups of 10, and here's the one that he kept for himself. So how many all together? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. We know that because we grouped them together. 60, 70, and one more is 71 rolls. Right? So when we do word problems that have to do with base 10 drawings, we don't really have an equation, right? We have to show our thinking by drawing our base 10 or our place value pictures. This next one, number 22, you're going to need your whiteboard for this one because we're going to do a lot of drawing. And I want you to be thinking as I'm explaining, really paying attention to what we're doing. Okay, this one is always a tricky one every year, and I want to make sure you understand. 62 bags of hot dog buns were delivered to the school cafeteria. So 62 bags. Each bag had 10 buns. So if you can picture a bag of hot dog buns, but there are 10 buns inside. How many buns were delivered? Okay, not how many bags. We want to know how many buns all together. Okay, so if there are 62 bags, oh my goodness. Old way we know how to do it, we would draw groups of things, right? Oh my gosh, I don't want to draw 62 circles. That would take forever, right? But if I know how to draw my base 10 blocks, I can do that pretty quickly. So I have 62 bags, but inside each bag, there are 10 buns. So let me draw my 10 buns, right? My group of 10, right? Here's one bag, 2, 3, 4, 5 bags, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10 bags. But what could I do with this 10 bags? I could take them and I could draw a box around them, right? 10 bags. But how many hot dog buns are there? If there's 10 in each, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 buns, right? Each bag, each 10 stick has 10 buns, right? You can see them right there. So here's a bag. I've got 10 bags. It's a lot easier to draw a square to show my 10 bags, right, than it is to draw all of those sticks. So if this is 10 bags, there's another 10 bags, another 10 bags. So I have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 bags, 60 bags. It says I had 62 bags. Here's 10 bags. Instead of drawing all those sticks inside, I just drew the square. 10 bags, 20 bags, 30, 40, 50, 60 bags, but it says I have 62, right? And remember, a bag is a stick. 61, 62 bags. There they are. I could draw that inside each one, but why would I want to do that? That would just take extra time, right? I know that there's 10 bags, but that also means there's 100 buns, right? So how many buns do I have altogether? 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600 bags, plus 10 more, plus 10 more. So 620 bags altogether, or buns altogether. 620 buns, right? Here's 10 bags, 20 bags, 30 bags, 40 bags, 50 bags, 60 bags, 62 bags. But I have 620 buns. Remember what we did? 62 bags times 10 buns in each bag. Cover up the 0. Show me what you know. 62 times 1. And then bring that 0 down. Tack it on the end. There's 620 buns all together. See, we got to be thinking in groups of 10. So for how many buns, we're going to write 620 buns. Okay, and we're going to draw our picture over here now because we've done all that hard work. So here's 10 bags or 100 buns, 200 buns, 300, 400, 500, 600, 610, 620. Right? Inside is 10 bags, but each bag has 100 buns. Okay? And that's what they're asking us. Not how many bags, but how many buns. Because they already told us how many bags. All right. Let's try one more. Number 23 and 24 go together. It says Mario and Rosa baked 89 corn muffins. Ooh, I love corn muffins, especially with my chili. They put the muffins in boxes of 10. Okay, 2 questions. How many boxes did they fill? And how many muffins were left over? So if they baked 89 corn muffins and they put them in boxes of 10. Okay, so if I did that, here's 10 of them, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 1, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89. Right? So there's their 89 corn muffins. How many boxes did they fill? If they can only put 10 in a box, how many boxes are there? How many groups of 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We know that. 5 and 3 more would be 8. So they filled 8 boxes. Okay, and how many didn't fit in a box? How many were left over? 9 muffins were left over. Right? For this unit, we're going to do a lot of drawing with our base 10 blocks, our place value drawings. Okay, we're going to do one more. Zoe's scout troop collected 743 cans of food to donate to a shelter. What a great thing to do this time of the year. They put the cans in boxes of 10. Oh, this kind of reminds me, this is a big number, right? Just like we had all of those hot dog buns, that was a big number. They've got 743 cans, and they put them in boxes of 10. Think about that. If I drew one square, that would be 100 cans, right? 100 cans, which is the same thing as 10 boxes, because they put, right, 10 cans, right? Cans can be in a box of 10. So if I had a 10 stick, I could put 10 10 sticks in there, so that would be 100. So there's 100 cans, 200 cans, 300, 400, 500 cans. I'm going to draw my other ones down here. 600 cans, 700 cans, but I've got 43 more to draw. 10, 20, 30, 40, 41, 42, 43. Okay, remember, we're talking about 2 different things here. Cans and boxes of cans. So I've got 100 cans, 10 boxes, but 10 times 10 is 100. So how many boxes did they fill altogether? How many? Wow, my goodness, there's 10 boxes there, 20 boxes in there, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 boxes. Oh, look at this, 71, 72, 73, and 74 boxes. Right? Now, how many cans? But 74 boxes, because there's 10 boxes in each of these squares. how many cans were left over? What do we have left? We only have 3 left over that didn't fit into a box, right? Because I needed to be in groups of 10. I don't have enough, so those are left over. So these word problems can be tricky because you have to be thinking, what are they asking me and how do I draw that, right? Groups of things, groups of 10, we can show in a 10 stick. But 10 groups of 10, we can show, right, in a box like of 100. So you have to really be thinking about what they're asking us to do and take your time. Use those secret code cards to help you. Draw it out. Use whiteboards to help you in your thinking.